Sean Sewell with Engearment.com, and I have here a men's and women's version of the ONs, the On Clouds Cloudhorizon waterproof trail running hiking shoes. Actually, I got these from my wife, and she liked them so much. You can tell she's had them all summer, loves them, used the heck out of them, that I had to go out and get a pair too. So here they are. In this review, I'll go over the fit, features, and functions on both the women's and the men's version. So let's get into it. Let's start things off with sizing. I am a men's 11.5 in US, pretty much across the board with a medium wide foot. And I've had 2 foot surgery, so I've got pretty sensitive feet and arthritis in both feet. So choosing shoes to review is pretty involved for me. So I only do reviews on shoes that I go out and use, and that's the case with these. The ONs, otherwise known as On Clouds, European company, and they're kind of known for their unique kind of Hoka-like big base. This is their biggest footbed right here, meaning most of my cushion is a 6mm drop. Lately, honestly, the last 6 months, I've been going minimalist footwear, either 0 drop, 0 shoes, 0 drop sandals, and or just barefoot this summer as much as possible while doing physical therapy to rebuild my muscles in my feet so I can go out and hike in these beautiful mountains, and then as well split board here very soon at the base of Sean's Run right here in about 3 or 4 months. So this has been a rebuilding year for me. So I've been, again, choosing which shoes I wear very, very carefully. So when I saw the joy of my wife using these all summer, she got these in approximately May of 2024, is now end of August. So she's got several months of use on these, and she's used them, as you can tell, quite a bit. Camping, hiking, walking the dog, chasing toads. Recently built a house, so we've got a lot of construction and mud, so she's used these waterproof version of the shoes quite a bit, and I was so impressed with them that I went out and got a pair for myself. What are the observations I can tell you? Yes, it's quite a high stack. You know, we test a lot of Hokas. You can see on our channel a lot of Hokas, and we'll have a lot more coming up. And I would most closely relate these shoes to that. Not to say, I mean, that they're Hoka-esque, but like that is the style, the maximum cushion kind of style. And if that's your style, that's fantastic. My mother-in-law took shoes similar to this to Iceland recently for a month with her husband. And, you know, if you like maximum cushioning and you're putting in, you know, 20,000 steps a day on a big vacation and you want memories to last and your feet to last, you know, something like this would be nice. Let's start off with the grip. What I like about this is it's a good grip. They call it, what they call it, mission grip. Ooh, mission grip, I like it. It is grippier than it looks. It doesn't come across as like the big chunky Vibram style hiking shoes that we most often test. Now, Vibram has a place and purpose, and that purpose is right where we are right now. However, when using in combination, like going into an airport or going on sidewalks, you know, tourist attractions, you don't always need the Vibram. In fact, it sounds kind of loud sometimes, draws a lot of attention, and it's unnecessary. This is a great hybrid. It's enough traction to keep me and my dog on trail, bushwhacking through some unique situations back here without being overly abundantly grippy. Another thing I appreciate is, you know, in the middle here, they could have cut that out completely and saved a lot of weight, made it a nice lightweight shoe, and still had the traction, but they kept 3/4 of it. And I think that's really nice because where we are, we have quite a bit of rocks. I'm not too sure if you can see in the video, but we have quite a bit of pebbles and rocks and roots, and I would not like it if a rock or two got stuck in there. So that's to the advantage of the shoe and to your advantage as well. It has their 3-layer, not 2-layer, 3-layer waterproof breathable membrane. I don't know what it's called, and I don't know the specs on it. I wish I did. I wish I could say it's 20K, and you retreat it with a PFOS-free DWR, you know, like tech wash. But I just don't know. I'm sorry. I'll look into that more in the future. But given that it is a 3-layer waterproof breathable membrane, it has kept my feet dry. I don't know the breathability rating. I would say it's less than Gore-Tex because I have used these without socks the last month or so in the summer. It has been hot in the 90s, to be fair. My feet have gotten warmer than they would in, say, a non-waterproof shoe. And that's pretty typical with waterproof shoes. Just keep that in mind. It's not a complaint, just an honest observation. The laces, you know, whatever, they're flat, they're attractive. The cushioning around the heel is nice. Does a good job keeping my heel with socks or without socks in place. The tongue is nice and cushioned. It's not minimalist. My favorite pair of hiking shoes up until these Had all the bells and whistles, including the Gore-Tex, and I love them. They're fantastic, the Loas, but the tongue was just a little bit thin. And after a few miles, it sometimes would cut in, especially when I'm not wearing socks. I know most people wear socks. I just got in the habit after the 2 foot surgeries, not wearing socks. So I'm bringing socks back starting today because I'm going to be bushwhacking through some pretty wet willows here in a minute. You get a bit of a reinforced toe box right here and a little nice kick. They're middle of the road on weight. This cushion is substantial. It's not as cushy as I thought it would be out of the box. I thought it would be like super gooey on clouds kind of feel, right? No, it's about medium firm, honestly. And my wife can attest after 3 or 4 months of use that it does break in a little bit. You can see a little bit of the cushioning breaking down a little bit on both sides. That's again to her advantage. It's become softer. So out of the box they are comfortable, but I anticipate after the next 3 or 4 weeks of use they'll become even more comfortable. And again, this is after just a few weeks of use, and this is after 4 or 5 months of use. So you can tell the quality's there. It's not breaking down. I mean, I really can't tell the grip is breaking down at all. I can only see a bit of the rubber or the cushioning giving out a little bit of my wife's shoe, which is to totally be expected after hundreds of thousands of steps. And we've taken these camping all around Colorado to South Dakota, been Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse. All the fun memories with our 4 nieces will be in these shoes. So I'm looking forward to using the heck out of these shoes as well. What else can I tell you? There's a non-waterproof version. The waterproof version of these is a $190 US. So, you know, same price point as what you're probably looking at, Brooks, Hoka's, Loa's, other shoes in this category that are very good shoes as well. I'm not speaking ill of any shoe, just sharing my observations on this shoe right here. The sizing spot on, like I mentioned, I'm 11.5 in men's. This is 11.5. The foot box is medium wide. It's not incredibly wide like a Zero shoe or an Ultra, but it is wide enough for my medium-sized foot, and I do appreciate a little bit extra width as I'm trying to have my toes recover from physical therapy and splay as naturally and as strong as possible. So, you know, these shoes won't hinder your foot health, at least my opinion. And they're very comfortable, and they seem to be really well built, and they have that waterproof, breathable membrane, which is great. I do have a DWR coating. I believe that's PFAS free. I think it has to be by now, right? And if I were to wash these shoes, I would use just soap and water, and then probably use the spray treatment from Nick Wax or Granger's or other competent brands like that. There it is. That's my take on these shoes. I'm going to put them on and get my dog and go hike about a 5-mile loop back there with these shoes. And then my hope is to report back to you in about a month or so, because I'm doing a big backpacking trip with Thermarest, MSR, Scarpa, Gregory, Platypus, and a few other brands. We're doing a relatively big loop for myself, about a 10-mile loop in and out with probably about a 40-pound backpack and 3,000 foot vertical gain. So these will be my hiking shoes for that trip. So if they don't cut the mustard, I'll report back. But I anticipate they will, because I've been testing them out with this backpack right here. Oh, it's not out yet. I can't tell you what that is. It's on Kickstarter. But I have all my camera gear for the YouTube channel. It's about 45 pounds worth of gear in it, and I've been wearing these shoes, and they've been totally fine. So I have high expectations that these will do great on a backpacking trip. All right, those are my observations. I'm Sean Sewell with Engearment.com. If you have observations that to share with the audience, please feel free to put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're using them, where you're using them, what you like about them, perhaps what you don't like about them. Up for open feedback here. Want to see more content on more shoes, hiking, camping, and gear? You know where to go. Consider subscribing to our Engearment YouTube channel right there. I'm Sean Sewell, owner and director of Stoke for Engearment. Until next time, take care.